So many times I felt like just giving up, just letting go. If they say I should go, I'll just go. No. Something in my head keep telling me, no, that's not right. What am I gonna do? There's nothing for me in Zimbabwe. What am I gonna do here? I thought about that. I thought about not giving up because I was almost giving up. But there was just a little piece of hope that told me that things can change. Things might change. I hope things change. I've learned to be positive in life. I could be so mad at you and I'll be talking to you like this. I'm that type of person, you know? My name is Farai Chigogora. I was born in Zimbabwe. I'm 21 years old, but I've lived in Canada since I was 14 years old. I live in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, with my family that consists of my mother, my brother, and my little sister. I was a permanent resident in Canada until my permanent residency was revoked due to a criminal conviction against me. I'm not a thug, I'm not a criminal, but I was convicted of a criminal charge which has led me to this situation. One guilty plea changed my life forever. I didn't know I was going to get deported. I had no choice though. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair because I was sentenced to 18 months, which violated an immigration law, the CB-24. And it says if anybody who is not a Canadian citizen is convicted in Canada of a crime with a maximum sentence that serves to up to 10 years, they get deported. And the minimum eligibility for that is 6 months. And which is the reason why I was declared inadmissible in Canada. The Bill C-24 is a law that has declared me inadmissible in Canada and has also forced the government to enforce a deportation order on me to go back to Zimbabwe. But Zimbabwe is a place that I haven't lived in a really long time. It's been 7 years. I don't know too much about living a grown man life in Zimbabwe, but right now at the moment I'm trying to fight to get a motion of stay so I can at least stay and fight for my rights in Canada. Serving a sentence and deportation at the same time is not right, especially in the country that raised me. My removal date from Canada has been scheduled, which is the 13th of January 2015. And my family is going through a really hard time right now. I'm going through a really hard time right now. My fans are going through a really hard time right now. My peers are going through a really hard time right now. But all we can do is just support each other, right? And that's all I get from the community, support. There's places like Engine Youth Center. They've had my back since this whole situation started, and they're still pushing forward into actually fighting to get my pre-removal risk assessment appealed. And hopefully that will be successful. But right now at the moment, I'm just trying to get a stay in motion so that I don't get removed on the 13th of January. Until that situation is finalized, I'm not allowed to work. So which means my mom is working every single day just to put food on the table and a roof over our heads. So I don't see how somebody could look at my application and see that that is what's going on and still remove me from that woman's life, from my brother's life, from my family's life. I don't see how somebody could just look at that and do it. I am going through a situation whereby I'm looking at an empty world and I'm leaving everything. What I have here is everything to me. My family is everything to me. And if I don't have my family, then I don't have anything. So if anybody sees what's wrong in this situation, it's not just happening to me. It's happening to a lot of people. There's a lot of other black males facing the same situations as I'm facing right now. Or through worse right now. But it just needs to be said, right? Somebody needs to say something. Somebody needs to be heard saying something out there. Because if nobody says something, it's gonna keep happening. It's not gonna stop. All they can do right now is fight to change the situation. Fight for what's right. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get the fair share of my rights. I feel like my rights have been abused. I feel like I've been reduced to the lowest terms. I live in Canada with no status. Awaiting a removal? No. I'm waiting in Canada I'm staying in Canada with no status so that I can win back my status. I'm fighting to win back my status. My family is fighting to win back my status. My friends are fighting to win back my status. The community is fighting to win back my status. I've received support from a lot of organizations in and outside the city of Hamilton. And the city of Hamilton has just showed me great, tremendous support. And I can't thank them enough for all the support they've given me and the support that they're continuing to give me. It's been the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, especially in a situation where I need support the most. My family needs support the most, and they've showed us so much support. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who supports Justice for Farai. My family they keep me going, you know? They keep me having a reason to be alive. Me being mad, me being angry, it won't fix things.
You're right.
You know what I mean? It'll just make me worse. Being negative doesn't help. It doesn't help. There's no day that negativeness will help, ever. You know? It'll only help negatively. You know? But you can turn a negative into a positive. You know? And that's all I try to do. That's all I try to do, man.